YouTube. You already know what it is. It's your girl Tanaya, Tanaya Asia, Naya Nunu, whatever you want to call me. And as y'all see by the title, we are prepping for Thanksgiving with my mother. So we're just gonna jump straight into the video and we'll tell you guys what we're doing as we go, what we're making. And stay tuned for the next clip.
Right now I am putting my seasoning on the turkey. I did the right side already. Now I'm doing the back side. Just trying to get all the turkey covered and seasoned good.
And tell them what you put in the seasoning.
Well, it's just the regular seasoning. I don't like to tell everybody all my secrets, but it's just the regular seasoning that you would season your turkey with: butter, oil, salt and pepper. Whatever. Everybody does theirs differently. Everybody likes a different flavor. What I will tell you is that this has been seasoned for a whole day, and I'm just adding more on it. And in the inside, what I normally do right before it goes into the oven, I'll slice up an orange and stick an orange. I don't put dressing in there. I'll stick an orange in there. And like always, I lift this up and I have seasoning underneath here in the breast. And I injected him with some good stuff. But I think a key to doing your turkey and keeping it nice and moist, at least for me, is when I cook it, I actually cook it this way so that all the juice, when it's cooking in the oven, the juice will seep down into the breast. I think that's the key to having a nice juicy breast. So the breast, a lot of people say the breast is dry. So what I do to keep the breast nice and moist, I let all the juice slide down from the wings and the legs. It slides down into the breast and it keeps it nice and moist. So this is going to go back into the refrigerator and I will season it again tomorrow right before I put it in the oven. But this is like a 3-day process. That's how I do my turkey.
How long does it cook for?
It depends on the size of the turkey. So I think this is about a 12 or 14 pound turkey. So it'll cook about 3 hours, maybe 4. It depends.
Okay, you guys, so right here, y'all see my mom is just adding some water in the pot. That is going to be for her potatoes for our potato salad. And then here you see that she already has them into the pot, that she has the water on high. She also added some eggs in there. Now, I don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving, so my mom actually went ahead and she got some steak for us. So right here you see her seasoning the steak up, and then she makes a special sauce for it, and she's going to be making some peppered steak for me. So she's going to go ahead and pour that juice all over it, and they say you know it's seasoned well when you see it. So trust me, girl, this is about to be seasoned up to the gods, okay? This steak is about to come out so good. So after she seasons it and puts the sauce on it, she's going to put it right back in the fridge and let it marinate overnight. And yeah, we are using a Sheen bag to marinate our chicken in the fridge because my mama don't like all of those pots in her fridge. So don't judge us, judge your mama, because I'm pretty sure she using it too, okay? If you know, you know. But our steak gonna come out good, and we gonna leave it overnight. All right, y'all. So now I am making a dessert for tomorrow. If you ever came over to my house for Thanksgiving, then you know that my dad is famous for making the cheesecake. Now I'm upset though because we always have this cheesecake and the Oreo cheesecake, but for some reason I could not find the Oreo cheesecake that he always made. So this year I'm only making this one. We'll see if it pops up at the store or whatever. But what we need to make the cheesecake is 2 tablespoons of sugar. We need melted butter, 4 tablespoons of melted butter. And we also need 1 1/2 cup of milk. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in now. This probably is just, and it is. It is just enough milk. Go ahead and pour the crust mix in. So what comes in this box is the filling mix, the crust mix, and then the real strawberry topping. So actually, I'm not going to use the crust mix to make the crust. I'm actually going to skip this step, which is step number 1, because I actually bought my own crust. I got the graham cracker crust already that's pre-made, so we're gonna do it like that. So we're gonna go straight to step number 2, which is pour into a medium bowl. Pour milk into your medium bowl. So we're gonna go ahead and take our milk, pour it into the bowl, and then we're going to add the filling mix to it. So we're gonna make sure that we get the right one. So, and it has on here which step that you're doing. So we're doing step number 2. I like to shake my bag up to make sure that everything's at the bottom when I open it so that it doesn't poop everywhere. So add filling mix. So that is nicely added. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Oh, it won't let me. That's okay. And then it says beat with mixer on low speed for 30 seconds. I don't have the mixer, so I'm gonna beat it myself. And since it is thick enough at the consistency, I'm good, y'all. It's definitely thick enough to the consistency that we want it to be. I'm gonna go ahead and get it poured in here. Okay, y'all. So now I have it nicely flattened and it is all on there. I'm gonna go ahead and get my strawberry filling. See if I can open it.
So we can do that.
Alright, so we're gonna pour the cheesecake on, well, the strawberry filling for the cheesecake right on top. And it's looking so good. We're going to make sure we get every single drop. So I'm gonna use this knife and I'm just gonna spread it around to make sure that all of it is covered. Because we want the strawberry all over. And then, so since I bought my own crust, I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit of this pie crust along the top, just for some decoration. And I'm gonna lightly sprinkle it. All right, and that is the strawberry cheesecake.
Okay, right now I'm getting ready for the potato salad. And let the potatoes boil. Have a couple of eggs in there with it. I thought I let them cool down, but they're still pretty hot. I'm just taking the skin off it. I don't really try to take all of it off. If it comes off, it does. If it doesn't, it's no big deal. And like I said, we just gotta peel these, and it's still pretty hot. I don't know if you can see the smoke coming from it, but they're pretty hot.
You can't see the smoke at all.
So we're gonna continue to peel these up, and then I'll come back once we peel them, and then we'll cut them up in some squares or so, and then we'll start making our potato salad. We're going to be making banana pudding, and we have here sure you get vanilla wafers, not vanilla. Vanilla. Trust me, there's a big difference between the two. You need the Jello pudding, banana cream Jello pudding. Of course, you need bananas, and you need milk. The mixing bowl and what you're going to put in it, your measuring cup. I have my butter knife and my cutting board here. And before anybody asks, the amount of bananas you use depends on how much banana pudding you want to make, and that also determines how many boxes of vanilla wafers. I'm going to be making it in this bowl right here. So the first thing we're going to be doing is chopping open these bananas and slicing them up. I'd rather my bananas be a little bit more yellow. It just means that it's sweeter. It doesn't mean that you can't eat them now. It just means that they're sweeter when they're like yellow. This one's so hard to open. I hope it's not because it's not. Here we go. So the first thing I'll do is peel the bananas. I have my garbage can here on the side. I'm going to peel a couple of them and put them out already. Just helps me with time. But that's the first thing we're going to be doing is just cutting up the bananas. So I'm going to slice up some of these bananas. However I slice them, you could do any way you want to, but this is the way I slice them, like this. And you can make them whatever size you want. It just depends on you. Don't mind the baby in the background. The size doesn't really matter, like I was saying. It all depends on you. They don't have to be the same size or whatever. I take this little piece right here and I slice off the top. That's just me. I don't want it in there. I think it's just because of the shape of it. I don't like that. I usually get rid of that piece. And I'm not throwing the bananas on the floor. I have my garbage can here on the side. So we're going to cut these up. And again, the amount of bananas you use depends on how big a bowl or whatever you're going to put the banana in. That's what determines how many bananas you use. I don't really count how many. I just cut up bananas until I no longer need them. You can never cut too many bananas because if you have any extra, I'm quite sure there's somebody in the house that loves bananas and will help you out by eating them. So I want to, just with these little bit right here, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I'm going to put some in the bowl with the vanilla wafers and show you how I put them in the bowl. And then I'll come back after I've already placed all the bananas and vanilla wafers in there, and then we'll start up after that with me mixing the pudding and how I put that in there. So the first thing I do is I put, because this is banana pudding, you can never have too many bananas. So I always start the bottom with the bananas. And I like to place them in nice and neat. I don't want to throw them in. I'm very particular about how I place them in here, where I put them. No, I don't count them, but I try to fill up all the spaces because no one wants to have banana pudding and when they take a spoonful to their mouth, they don't have a banana in their mouth. Then that's not banana pudding. That's just pudding. So what I do is I put them around like this, just enough so to cover the bottom like that. Let me put a little bit more on the side. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is layer. Can you open those? I'm going to layer them with vanilla wafers. And again, make sure you get vanilla wafers, not vanilla wafers. Vanilla wafers. It'll make a big difference. So I'm going to take a few of these out, and what I do is I just place them on top. So it's like a little pattern for me. I do bananas, Nilla wafers, bananas, Nilla wafers, bananas, Nilla wafers. You get the idea. And so the next thing I'm going to do is put bananas on top of that. So I'm going to come back after I've done all that, and then we'll start up with the pudding. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, we are back, and this is what I did. I don't know if you can see that. So what I did is it's bananas and Nilla wafers and bananas and Nilla wafers, bananas and Nilla wafers, bananas. And you fill it up as high as you want, because once you do the pudding mix, it's going to level everything off. So the pudding mix, we have the Jello banana cream pudding. This is what I use. Some people use just vanilla. I mean, it's up to you. I like this because if you're making banana pudding, why would you put vanilla in there? So I'll put banana cream. I put it in my mixing bowl, and it calls for 2.5 cups of milk. So this is 2 cups. And I will pour the 2 in there. And then I'm going to put a 1/2 cup. Can I see a 1/2 cup? That's a 1/2 cup. I will put that in there. And then I'll take my whisk and whisk this up real good. Now, I have 2 boxes here because, like I said, I don't really measure other than the milk. I don't know how many cookies is used or how many bananas, because I've been doing this a long time and I just eyeball everything. So I always do 1 pack at a time, because it's either, it's going to be the exact amount or it's not going to be enough, and I don't want to make a pack of that if I don't have to. So I'm stirring this. It's already gotten a little thick. And all we're going to do is pour this over top of it. And you're going to pour it until it covers the entire bowl. And this did not cover, as we can see. So now what we do, we open up the other box. And we're going to do the same thing. This is very simple, very easy to make. My family enjoys it. I make it only once a year, and that's on Thanksgiving. So it's always welcome. This is a good treat. Everybody expects it. And there's never any leftovers, again, because I only make this once a year. I mean, somebody's going to say, well, you can make it more than once because it's so easy. Yeah, you're right, but then everybody won't be so excited about it on Thanksgiving. How about that? Mm-hmm. So, Mom, you making banana pudding, right? Well, of course. So I put the 2.5 cups of milk in there. I put the other box in there. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's almost like half, a little bit more than half that 1 box did. So this will be extra, and you can even toss this, or you can put it in something and put it in the refrigerator. It's pudding for the kids. If you have kids, small kids, or grandkids, or even your big kids, or you, if you like it. So you're going to pour this in here, and you want to cover the entire thing. And look at there. I covered the entire thing with 2 boxes. Had I went up a little higher with everything, I probably would have to do another box. So this is what you want it to look like. Just like that, is covered. So what I do now, there's always extra broken up cookies in the bag. Do not trash this. What I do with this is I mash it up like I did, in small pieces, and I take it and do it this way. And I've learned to hold it over the bowl because I need every bit of it. So if this does spill, it's going to spill in here. So I take it in my hand, and I have gloves on, and I put it on the top. It's that extra crunch. It's the Nilla wafers. And to me, it makes it look really pretty and professional. I don't know about you, but I want to eat some right now. Mm-hmm. And so this is my banana pudding. It's not so fancy. It's very easy to make. And like I said, my family loves it, and they look forward to it every Thanksgiving. So I'm going to put the top on this, and I'm going to stick it in the fridge. And by tomorrow, when it's time for dinner, this will be so ready to eat. And I promise you, this will not last 2 days in my house. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, guys, next thing on my menu for Thanksgiving is potato salad. So I have the potatoes here. I have a couple of boiled eggs in here. I let the potatoes cool off a little bit. I was trying to peel them, and they were so hot I couldn't barely touch them. So right here, potatoes came out really good. And again, just like I did with the bananas, it doesn't really matter the size of the potatoes. I don't go by size. I mean, I don't want them to be big like this, but I don't want them to be really small. So it doesn't really matter how you chop them up. But what you want to do is make sure your potatoes are cool before you start, because I think what happens when your potatoes are too hot and you're doing all this handling with them, they kind of mush up into mashed potatoes. And if you're not trying to make mashed potatoes, then you want to wait and let them cool off a bit. And again, you don't want the potatoes to be too big, but you don't want no little pieces of potato, because this is potato salad and you want to taste potato in your mouth. You don't want to have mashed potatoes in your mouth. So I'm going to cut up these potatoes and come on back after I've cut them up, and then we're going to go on to the next ingredient. So I'll see you back in a few. Okay, so I am back. I have cut up as many potatoes as I need for this bowl, and I'm going to start adding my ingredients, but I'm going to take these gloves off first and get some more gloves. So I have pepper here, so I'm going to take a little bit of pepper, and you season up your food to taste the way you like it. I'm not a big salt person, but you know, salt adds a lot of flavor, so I add a little bit of salt to it. And I have my relish. I love relish. Now, normally, this is sweet relish from Publix. Normally, I slice up pickles and put the pickles in there, which is what relish is. But I usually like to slice up the dill pickles and do it myself that way. But we're going to add some sweet relish in here. And again, sorry, but I don't measure anything, because somebody's going to say, well, how much relish did you use? I don't measure anything. A lot of people like yellow mustard. I'm a spicy kind of girl, so I like the Gulden's Gold mustard. You can use yellow mustard if you want to, but I don't think anybody should make potato salad without mustard. And then we have, of course, our Hellman's mayonnaise. You can use Dukes, you can use Hellman's, whatever you choose. I don't think anyone uses Miracle Whip. I wouldn't use it. Miracle Whip to me just isn't for something like this. That's for like sweet sandwiches or something. I don't know. But I'm quite sure there's somebody out there that uses Miracle Whip and they love the way it tastes in their potato salad. I'm just not one of those people. So, and again, I don't know how much mayonnaise I'm using, because I eyeball everything. So I'm going to take this out, because normally I wouldn't use this spoon to mix it up with. I use my hands. It just mixes up better, and I don't want to smash the potatoes. So I'm going to mix it up with my hands first. And again, you put as much mayo and salt, pepper, mustard as you think it needs. And I don't know about you guys, but I will be putting more mayo in here. I'm going to finish mixing it up, and I'm going to show you the end product. This is the end result. I don't know if you can see the relish and some of the eggs. And the last thing I do with my potato salad, I don't know if it's for taste, but I do it for presentation purposes. Again, I like it, it just makes it look more professional and pretty. And I sprinkle paprika on top. And this is my potato salad. I'm going to put the top on it and put this in the refrigerator. And just keep in mind, potato salad always tastes better when you've made it, you popped it in the fridge, and you take it out that next day or that evening, and all the flavors have went through it. It's nice and cold, and you have it up against your, you take your fork and you put you a little bit of potato salad on, a little bit of collard greens. That's when it really tastes good. So potato salad is done. Banana pudding is done. and I will be finishing up some stuff tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will be seeing you soon. Check out the end product.